Good morning, Beth Emanuel family.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
We're here at the Wilson quarantine house on day
I don't know.
15. I don't know. Anyways, we were asked to share a testimony of what's been going on here in our house, in our family, in our neighborhood. So the first thing I wanted to share with you is a verse that has been kind of my go-to verse, and it's been speaking to me a lot now recently, is Matthew 6:33, about seeking first his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. There's my list. But yeah, that's great. So I've had this wonderful time with the Lord in the morning and haven't been stressed out about getting the boys ready for school. And was reading the verse after, verse 34, about not being worried or anxious about anything, and it's really helped me a lot through these times right now, especially when I was really stressed about homeschooling. Didn't know what we're going to do, and the Lord said, okay, well, here's a routine. So ever since we started putting a routine into place, it's been working out great with the boys. And I knew that they really needed that structure too. So God's been doing amazing work here with the homeschooling and given me wonderful ideas, and not just, schooling with math and reading, but also showing the boys how we serve together as a family for others that need it. For example, I volunteer at the Chandler Hospital, and obviously I can't do that right now. So, and I miss them dearly, the nurses. So I took the boys over there with some cookie platter and a veggie tray to give to the nurses to let them know I was thinking about them, and just wanted to thank them very much for what they're doing and putting their lives, and their families at risk of this virus that's going on. So we did that, and also went to go visit Reagan's teacher and brought her flowers. And so I was like, wow, Lord, this is really cool. So this is homeschooling too. So that's been really amazing.
I've been finding that coming home during these 2 weeks, there's a greater peace among our house. I asked my wife the other night, and I go, are you feeling stressed out about this? Are you feeling any worry or anxiety? And she goes, no, I don't. I go, I don't feel worried about this at all myself. I think it's what was prophesied last week by Miriam about the Lord is going to make the time go fast with your family, and also that you're going to get a supernatural peace. And we've definitely been getting that. And I'm thinking about this time where we feel like we got a word that the ground is being fallowed, that it's getting broken up. And I think back in Jonah's time, historically, before Jonah arrived, they had a great earthquake. They were going through civil unrest, civil wars, and they had believe it or not, a solar eclipse, which was a sign back in the day. So by the time Jonah arrived, their hearts were ready. And we see that again in Acts chapter 2, where the crucifixion happened, all the turmoil that happened around Passover. Then you had the crucifixion and our Messiah expiring on the cross, and then you had a great earthquake where the rocks split and the graves were opened. So by the time the Holy Spirit fell on them, their hearts had already been churned up. There's already fallow ground. So when the gifts of the Holy Spirit hit the disciples and Peter goes to the temple, their hearts were ready to go, because Peter actually says, those signs you saw, and he's actually talking about the time of the crucifixion and everything that went on. 3,000 souls were saved that day and baptized right at the temple, because remember that's where the ceremonial washing was. So having said that, the peace not only comes to what's happening now, but what he's going to do in this season. I feel that this breaking up of the ground, more people are ready to talk, like Reagan's teacher, our neighbors across the street, and that when it's time, we're going to see a great awakening and a great harvest, because that has been a pattern since Jonah, in the time of Christ's crucifixion and resurrection, and then Peter proclaiming it as the Holy Spirit fell. So that's part of the great peace that we've felt.
Yeah, and I really felt like it's been a time to find those divine appointments, those opportunities to bless people too, and like Dwayne was saying, is our neighborhood too. We've been given these opportunities to get free food from Dobson Academy and Anderson Springs. So they give a lot of milk, little cartons of milk, the white and the chocolate. Well, my boys don't drink milk, so so I took a bunch and I went basically to each door in the neighborhood to see if, and I know that there's kids in the neighborhood, which houses they're at, who needed milk. So I found this one gal. We had this amazing conversation, and then she started talking about Easter. So, like we said, it's our family. We're really seeing it as an opportunity to reach people and give them the good news, and they're going to be ready.
Yeah, they're
going to be ready.
So I would encourage everyone to stay strong, dive into the Word, dive into your prayer life, and you will see a great harvest in this time, because opportunity is coming after this ground is all fallowed up, not only within His body, but also the world.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you, guys. We
Shabbat
love you.
shalom.
We missed you. I can't wait to give you real hugs. Here's a virtual one. Woo. Bye.